Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I thought it'd be pretty appropriate to talk about what to take when you're getting over a cold or to prevent a cold. Since I'm pretty much, as you can probably tell, I'm coming off being sick. I had some weird ass version of strep throat. Um, didn't really go to the doctor for it, and I'm actually pretty happy because I did not have to use anything that would mess with my gut, mess with my immune system. Sure, doctors, I growing up in a family full of doctors, whenever I got sick, it was always what's the quickest thing I could take to get back to work or get back to school or get back to playing sports or whatever it is for my lifestyle. And it was usually antibiotics. My dad would always prescribe me antibiotics. I actually took so many antibiotics throughout my life that I actually think it actually basically messed up my immune system to a point where I started getting sick more often. You know, Now I started looking into natural alternative health, and I was actually able to fix that. So I actually get sick very, very rarely now. So without further ado, I think we're going to talk about today probably 5 supplements to take that are natural, over the counter. You can buy it. You can go on Amazon right now, get it. That will help you from either preventing getting sick and getting over, a sick without using antibiotics or any sort of pharmaceutical medication that might make you a little nervous, and you can get back to your life very quickly.
Ooh, yeah. So what's this right here then?
This is my favorite thing to take. This is vitamin D. Like, if
Vitamin
anybody
D.
knows, there's something interesting that happens, right? So in the summertime, we don't get sick as often. Blame it on warm temperature, blame it on whatever. I actually like to blame it on the fact that we are out getting sunlight on our bodies. It's kind of interesting.
Okay.
When you get sunlight on your body, you actually increase your vitamin D levels. What does vitamin D do? It stimulates your immune system better than anything
Stimulates
else.
your immune system.
Which is actually crazy because you're out all the time in the summertime. In the wintertime, you're not out. You get pale skin, you lose your tan, your vitamin D levels basically plummet. This is a supplement that I actually found out after I actually was working a job where I was working inside all the time during my job training. I was working 6 days a week, 16-hour days. And what ended up happening was I ended up feeling really lethargic, really tired, got labs done, and found out my vitamin D levels were extremely low. And it was no wonder why I was getting sick so often during that time. So anyways, I got on some vitamin D over the counter from GNC. It was just regular vitamin D.
Yeah, I actually have some too. Got my vitamin D right here too.
To each their own. To each their own, though.
Got my vitamin D right
I love this one personally because I got over the counter one, just regular over the counter vitamin D from GNC. Didn't do anything for my levels. It increased it maybe like probably 10 units. Did nothing. But I did some research. I found this one. This one is called Bio D Emulsion Forte. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's 2,000 IUs per drop, and it's very easy to take. You actually just you put it underneath your tongue. And just a drop, and you get 2,000 units just like that.
2,000 units.
And I swear to you guys, on a scale of up to 100, being probably the highest you want to be for your vitamin D levels, mine was at 20 at this point in time. I started taking this stuff, and I got the 75/80. I see a natural alternative doctor, and she's very happy with my levels, and it shows. I don't get sick as often.
How about taking it when you're sick? Does that help?
For me, I would not be able to answer that question too well. I think because what I do like to do with this is I like to take, it's one of those supplements I like to take year round. I like to take 2,000 IUs a day. Once you get your levels up, and this you have to get some lab work done. I get it up to about somewhere between 60 to 80.
60, okay.
Go to LabCorp, get it done. Any doctor you see will be so happy to write this. The vitamin D is so big. But once you get that up, I would just take a maintenance dose. And you don't have to worry about, you're not going to get sick as often because your immune system's going to be robust and be at the level you want it to be. Which means you're not going to have to take sick days. You're going to feel good. When that person next to you has a cold, most likely you're going to be able to avoid it. Obviously there's some nasty things going around, some of these crazy flus, where there's a vaccine created every single flu season, but for the most part, you can avoid general illness just by taking vitamin D. It's one of these supplements I say you just take year round. I wouldn't say when you get sick it does too much to prevent it. Maybe you have a different experience. Let's hear.
Yeah, actually, when I get sick, I tend to like OD on vitamin D a bit. So I do vitamin D and zinc.
So would you say you just like megadose it? Like
Yeah, so like mega dose it a bit. It kind of helps. I sort of mega dose it, but I think there's something better actually. You can take vitamin C, right? You can take vitamin C. You can actually mega dose with vitamin C. That's
vitamin
actually
C is
way
tricky
better.
though. It's very tricky. Man, here's the thing about vitamin C that I found. It's such a placebo effect.
Placebo?
I really believe that because there's only one form of vitamin C that I actually trust. It's called liposomal. Most vitamin C that you get over the counter, it's not going to do anything to your levels. It's not going to increase your levels. Your body doesn't absorb it. Liposomal is a form where 90% of it is absorbed straight away into your system. And I take that.
Yeah, guys, liposomal.
Yeah, it's like Lyposomal. Liposomal vitamin C. They're kind of expensive, but we'll probably talk about it in the future because I'm actually looking into making some of my own, so I don't have to spend so much money buying it.
Okay.
It's one of those things where you just buy the machine and the equipment, and
you buy the machine, the equipment.
Yeah, man, it's like a blender.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, you can make your own liposomal vitamin C, and you will never have to be sick ever again. I stake my reputation on it.
Okay.
But actually, I find that interesting. So, if you get a flu or something and you megadose it, like what would you megadose it? Maybe it does help.
Because this one's like the 5,000 I use. So I take like 2 of these in the morning. I take like 2 of these in the morning. I take 2 of these before going to sleep, and I take some zinc with it as well. So I used to megadose on this when I used to get sick, and like I think it helped because like I used to clear up in about a week at least. So I used to clear up about a week. I'd megadose this with zinc because I got this from like the Now Foods is a great
Now
Foods is like a good brand.
brand.
They're a good brand. That's where I buy like a lot of my supplements from. So
if you guys want to know a great place to buy supplements, go to your local Whole Foods. They have a lot of options. Go to your local health food store. I would not go to your local CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens to buy supplements because, regardless of what you guys might have heard, I know this from experience and lab work, not every supplement is created equal. So you really want to make sure you have good quality supplements that you're putting in your body. It's just like food. You're not going to do well putting a Big Mac in your body all the time. You're going to do better putting in that smoothie a couple times a day, and then when you want to, you can put in that Big Mac every now and then. Okay. But it's not going to help you function. So.
Okay, so we talked about vitamin D. We talked a little bit about vitamin C.
I'm going to talk about another supplement you take year round. It's not something you take when you get ill. Okay. At least from my experience. But
that's true, man. That's true, man. The best thing is prevention.
Yeah, vitamin D is by far the best supplement you can take to prevent illness, increase your immune system strength. It's the best thing you take. But number 2, and this is arguably tied with vitamin D, I'd say it's probiotics.
Probiotics?
A lot of people don't realize
which ones? Is there like a specific one, or?
I would go for something that has the most strains possible. Okay. Like, for example, you go to your local health food store, you buy it online, whatever. Remember, here's the one golden rule about probiotics. They're live cultures. So the funny thing is, a lot of people don't realize that we have a lot of cells in our bodies, like billions and billions of cells. But we are actually more bacteria than we are cells. Our bacteria outnumber our cells in our body 10 to 1.
10 to 1?
We are basically all bacteria. Now, you have good and bad bacteria. They create a balance in your immune system. And 85 of your immune system's in your gut. That's where your bacteria mainly is. You want to have the good guys outnumber the bad guys. And what sort of happens is when we follow the standard American diet, we breathe in some of the air outside, we get stressed out with work, the good bacteria start falling and the bad bacteria start outnumbering the good. And when that happens, that's when people get a lot of the diseases like a lot of it's even attributed to weight gain. I mean, it's crazy. This is when people will start getting diabetes and all these things because your body cannot. It's not the same composition anymore, you know. But I would say this: the golden rule for probiotics is two things: get things that are alive. You want probiotics that are refrigerated already. If you get it from the store and it comes on a shelf and it's not refrigerated, they're already dead. They're already dead.
So what foods can like someone get the probiotics from?
That's a great one. So you want to have a lot of fermented vegetables, which is number one, and then yogurt is great too.
Yogurt.
Yogurt is
Yeah, I
awesome.
do a lot of yogurt actually.
You put yogurt in your smoothie, don't you?
Yeah, I put yogurt in my smoothie and I eat it like every morning. It's good. It's good. It gives like a creamy flavor almost. But
Creamy, eh?
I do like yogurt in the morning before I leave the house. Get the plain Greek yogurt. I buy the Costco brand, Kirkland from my Costco. That's actually a good brand actually. People don't know that the Kirkland brand is actually like a good brand for food, even supplements.
Yeah.
So the Kirkland brand from Costco.
Kirkland is pretty solid.
Yeah, I get that. So if you guys go to Costco, you can get the yogurt there, the plain white Greek yogurt.
I like the one with
it has
honey,
a lot of
dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
You can actually put honey in there. I put what the fuck do I put in that thing? I put stevia. I put some stevia in there to like give a little bit of flavor. So that's what I do with the yogurt because it's a little bit like sour since it's plain white Greek yogurt. It's a little bit sour, so I stevia in it to sweeten up a bit. So that's good.
And for you guys that don't know, stevia is just basically an alternative to sugar, but a much healthier alternative. You're not going to get the negative effects, crashes, all those things, or even blood sugar elevation spikes from stevia. Definitely try stevia.
Okay, so yeah, I guess you can also get some probiotic supplements, right?
You can. And the golden rule, like I said, for those are get the ones that are already refrigerated. You want to go, once again, to your local health food store. Or you can actually order some online, but you want to make sure you actually get them with ice packs. That you want them to ship them with ice packs. Because these things, look, they're temperature sensitive. They're live. In your body, they're live. If they're dead, they're useless. So you don't want to just
eat dead bacteria.
Yeah, you don't want that. It's not going to do anything for you. You're going to waste your money. You might as well spend it on something else. Get your girlfriend something pretty. But my favorite brand of probiotics at Whole Foods right now is the Probiotic Critical Care Formula. And it's a little bit pricey, but I promise you, if you take this for a few months, you're gonna not only just prevent illness, but you're actually gonna start feeling awesome. Because a lot of people don't realize that it's once you have that disruption of balance in the gut microbiome between the good bacteria and the bad bacteria, it's when you actually start feeling bad. That's when you start feeling more fatigue. That's when you feel like you're aging quickly, or you feel like you're too tired to go to work, or you need coffee, or you need this stuff. This is all regulated by your gut. Everything is regulated by your gut. And you're going to see medicine's going to change in the next 10 years. Doctors are already starting to realize how much your gut microbiome plays in everything with your health. Everything. What they actually did is they took this. It's actually interesting. I'll say this not to get too far off topic, but just to show the effects of weight gain. They took two mice, one with healthy gut microbiome, and another mouse with unhealthy gut microbiome, and basically they put them in the cage together, and they basically did not give them food. So the mouse with the unhealthy gut microbiome, when it basically expelled stool, went shit. The other healthy mice started eating it, and its gut microbiome completely changed.
The other mice ate the other mice shit.
Yeah, and it completely changed its gut microbiome to be the same as the other mouse. And so what happened was that mouse actually became obese. Became obese. So that's just to show you just how powerful this stuff is. You want to take care of that before anything else. But I guess we'll move on to number 3.
I thought it was number 4. We talked about vitamin D, vitamin C.
Oh, vitamin C, yeah. We talked about vitamin C.
Vitamin C.
Number 4. Got a
Just
treat for you
talking about
guys
that.
today.
Four.
And I swear by this stuff because, and you can research it. You have to take my advice for this one. Research it all you want. I've been using this stuff. I have friends that have been using this stuff. And every friend I tell to use this stuff does not want to stop using it. Unfortunately, it's one of those products where you have to do 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. You know, you can't.
Is that good?
No, I mean, it's your body will develop a resistance.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, I have a friend, man, who I recommended this stuff. It's called oil of oregano.
Oil of oregano.
Yeah. Once again, I got this one from Whole Foods. It's by North American Herbs and Spice, which is a great brand. This is absolute amazing stuff. This is wild oil of oregano.
What does it do, man? What does it do?
So it basically acts as a natural antibiotic.
Okay.
Basically, all the good effects of antibiotics without some of the negative effects. Yeah, it does go after your good bacteria as well. Like antibiotics, it doesn't differentiate between killing off your good and your bad.
Okay.
But it will do that significantly less than antibiotics, and it won't have the the chemical drawbacks of producing antibiotics. This stuff is amazing, guys. Absolutely amazing. It's something that at the moment you feel like you're getting sick, or you are around somebody who's sick, and you're like, man, that's nasty what that person has. I don't want that. Take this stuff. All you have to do is take a couple drops underneath your tongue.
What does it taste like?
It's actually really, it's herby. It's herby.
It's herby, so it's bitter?
It's an experience, man. It's an experience, dude. Taste the rainbow. No, just kidding. It's good stuff, man. Like when you take it, like you know it's doing something. And the minute you smell it, here, smell this stuff. You describe this. It's herby, man. That's all I can say. Powerful stuff, huh?
Yeah, it definitely smells herby.
It's nothing.
You weren't kidding, man. It smells.
But
that's the best way to describe it.
It's miraculous, man.
It smells like wood, almost like wood.
Well, it wasn't created in a lab, bro.
It's good for you. It's good for you. I totally believe it's good.
So good for you. This guy actually has never taken it, but I
probably should.
Gonna make him take it.
Yeah.
Every time you feel like you're getting sick.
Where'd you get it from? Whole Foods?
Yeah, I actually, dude, I screwed up this time. Like, I got sick and then I got it. I usually am like on top of this stuff.
You hear that, guys? You want to be on top of this?
Yeah, you want to be like me, man. You don't want to be like me. That's why I learned from my experience, and I give you guys the best advice out there. Take it. Yeah, I can get better advice, but yeah, I mean, this is stuff. Everybody I recommend this stuff swears by it. My mom, because my dad's a doctor, hardcore fan of like pharmaceutical drugs. Wasn't helping her. I gave her this stuff, knocked out her flu so quickly. My friend, hey man, dude, this guy will not stop taking this stuff now. He will not stop taking it. Once you start taking this stuff, man, he was like, he literally, dude, the guy like skips meals and fucking is always out and he doesn't go to sleep. And this guy tells me, I'm talking to him on the phone, I'm like, dude, aren't you worried about getting sick? Oh, and then he plays soccer, like 90-minute games. He plays the whole games. On like in the wintertime, dude. He'll play outside in shorts in the wintertime, like 10-degree weather. And I'm like, dude, aren't you worried you're gonna get sick? And he's like, honestly, I don't think I'm gonna get sick. I don't even worry about that after taking this oil of oregano stuff. He just feels that much stronger, taking it. It's unbelievable. You see that guy, man? He fucking beast, motherfucker.
Oregano. I'll do oregano. Well, I think we got one more.
We got one more. Okay, so this one I don't have on me, guys. It's another thing I should have gotten before I got sick. But it's called colloidal silver.
Colloidal silver.
Now, this thing in colloidal silver is actually very similar, but colloidal silver, it really targets the viruses. So if you get a virus from somebody, we have all these nasty viruses going around during the wintertime and whatnot, people always getting sick. This stuff is better than the oil of oregano because it actually only targets the bad bacteria in your gut. So it targets viruses and the bad bacteria. It does not target the good. You can take it and you will not diminish the good bacteria. So you're getting all the benefits without any negative, and it tastes very. I mean, it doesn't taste bad at all. You can't. It's tasteless basically, and you just take a teaspoon or a tablespoon, 3 or 4 times a day, till you knock out your virus. You know, it's another thing that people want to take. You know, once I recommended to people, they want to take it year round because they start realizing they're not getting sick. It's unbelievable. Is all this stuff cheap? If you're going with quality brands, I would say, you know,
how much can it run you?
yourself.
How much can it run you up a month? I guess.
You know, it won't run you up a lot a month. Just invest in it at one time, and I'd say the vitamin D and the probiotics, those are things you want to be taking every single day, unless you're out in the sun getting a lot of sun. At that point in time, you don't really need to take vitamin D.
Yeah, summer's coming up, so.
Summer's coming
I'm
up.
gonna still take the vitamin D, though. I actually like it, so.
Yeah, bro. Don't you have a bodybuilding show coming up, man?
A bodybuilding show coming up.
Bro.
I wish.
All those steroids you take. I'm just kidding. We got a Kenji tell me this all natural motherfucker right here. That's why we recommend all these natural supplements.
I recommend creatine. Yeah, I think that's it though. Yeah, we covered 5 things. Took us about 21.
Yeah.
21.
So guys, 5 supplements: vitamin D, probiotics, vitamin C, liposomal vitamin C. Don't waste your money on the over-the-counter vitamin C. Oil of oregano and colloidal silver. Those 5 supplements you take. Take the vitamin D year round, take the probiotics year round, but the other 3 you take when you feel like you're getting sick, you will knock out anything.
Yeah.
And you won't have to worry about, you know, having to take sick days.
And remember, a good diet helps too. Shameless plug, but a good diet helps too.
True.
And you guys, if you don't like cooking, get a crock pot. Buy the crock pot, cook your food in there. Because a good diet will help you stay healthy.
Yeah, and back to what you were saying, actually, for probiotics, if you don't want to spend it on probiotic supplements, okay, just kefir, yogurt, sauerkraut, kimchi. These things are absolutely delicious if you get them from the right places. Sauerkraut is absolutely amazing. It's actually tailgating food for those of you out there who actually enjoy tailgating. It's absolutely delicious. But you eat that stuff year round, you're going to be doing amazing stuff for your body, your immune system. You're going to feel amazing. You're going to thank us. I promise this is probably the best supplemental video you can out there to listen to about preventing illness. It's amazing. Anyways.
Yeah, I think that's it, man. So we'll catch you guys later.
Catch you guys later.